Hey everybody, Dutch Sense here. 6:03 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, March 16th, 2014. And we're looking at Earthquake 3D here, which is a feed of the most recent earthquakes. You can see a 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck just off the shores of Chile. And luckily no wave was generated with this, but sizable earthquake for the region, and it is a 10 kilometers deep earthquake. Another one of those 10 km deep earthquakes. USGS has it marked now, I believe, as a 6.8. Let's go check and see what USGS says. And we'll wait for that data to load. As that's loading, let me take you over here to my Facebook page. And over the last week, I've been warning for South America to be hit. And that's based upon other movement happening around the Ring of Fire. We didn't just pick the name out of a hat. I actually named Chile on Friday, March 14th on our broadcast here. At the 8-minute and 30-second mark into the video, you hear me talking Chile, and we need to watch Chile for sizable movement in the near term, and that would be the next 7 days. And that was starting on the 14th, and I put out multiple posts warning everyone to watch the area. First, we saw two 6.0 strike, and this is the USGS data now, and we'll turn this down over the last few days. We had two 6.0 strike in Peru, and now 7.0, now revised by the USGS to 6.8 in Chile. And we'll look over the last 7 days. Let me back this out here. And again, this is USGS data. You can see around the Ring of Fire a series of 6.0 earthquakes. And we're talking 7 6.0 or greater earthquakes over the last 7 days. That's a fair amount of movement. And if we take it down just one notch to the 5.0s, you can see the cluster spots. So this area was swarming before, and that led me to say, look, this area is prone for large earthquake movement. The rest of the Ring of Fire is lighting up right now. We had a 7.0, now also revised to a 6.8, happen in California this week, just off the shores of California. The entire plate is in a state of flux, and you can see the area to the west that's causing it, and the spillover that's occurring. You can see which way it's spilling across. Internationally, we're going to need to watch for further movement. That would be further to the west. Here in Asia, for instance, areas that we might need to watch would be in between Taiwan and Philippines, maybe as far north as Japan. And further west, areas that saw the 7.0 movement in Turkey and Iran over the last now 2 years. We haven't seen very much movement there recently. And look at which way it looks like it's pointing, the direction that it's going. And this is the last 7 days of 5.0 and greater. We can take it down all the way and look at all the 4.0s and greater internationally and 2.5s in the U.S. And you see the craton displaced across the U.S. with the multiple earthquakes in the other forecast area that we were watching this past week in Pennsylvania. And we named it down to the state, circling those spots. You guys can come check my Facebook page where I post all of this information. So again, this earthquake was specifically forecast by myself using a new method that is fairly simple, fairly primitive. And I'm trying to refine it down, but it clearly works. We're able to nail down a country within a time frame to watch based upon other activity occurring in adjacent areas. Get the word out, folks. Much love. Be safe. Always have an earthquake plan ready and be prepared just in case, because you never know when it could strike. And in times like now, where we're seeing tremendous unrest internationally, is a good time for you, if you live in a populated area, to develop that plan. Cheers, folks.